Here we go. High, long kickoff for Russia. Knocked on by Audrey O'Flynn there, but she's gathered it. Referee said it went backward. No, she hasn't. She's picked it up. So there's a bit of sun here, Carl. Sorry to interrupt, but just looking up in the sky, there's quite a bit of sun for the teams receiving on the left of your screen.
And there is wind behind the Irish team, so their ball setup should have been taken, though. Just did right at the end, had the overcall to Audrey O'Flynn, couldn't take the rush, and great attacking position.
So scrum down. Daria Lushina putting into the scrum. And she has Maria Perestiak, first receiver, just out the back of that.
Set.
And for Russia, slow to come out, but it does come. There is Perestiak. Goes wide. Skoromka, she's brought down but not held. The offload comes. Very lateral at the moment for the Russians. Finally, Lushina decides to straighten it up, but she gets a bit isolated. And indeed, the penalty becomes because she ran away from her support.
Yeah, good defense there from Louise Galvin, and in the end, Murphy Crowe able to challenge that ball from Lushina down on the deck. Great work, great recognition at the breakdown.
And we can confirm that Emily Murphy Crowe is in the number 5 jersey for Ireland. Hat trick yesterday for her. And they didn't get the historic moment of getting to a cup semi-final. But this is still a big match for them, a great opportunity to claim a 5th place. This is the 5th place semi-final match. Line out, Ireland throw in. Well executed. O'Flynn brings it down. The loop around from Flood. Hands on the ball. She decides to skip out. Perhaps unnecessarily there. Murphy Crowe can't gather.
Didn't need that missed pass, just needed to go through the hands. She probably ran her team members out of space there, coming across with loop around from the first flight and just way too high and up front.
And Carl, that is kind of a 15-a-side instinct. Sometimes you hit that skip pass because you see someone in that much space, but Sevens teams take away the space much more quickly.
You probably need someone coming back on the angle to really challenge the defense. Now Russia have to throw it.
Line out, and it is Komitova in the air. The towering presence that she is. Her scrum half is wrapped up immediately. Good defensive pressure from Ireland. We saw them against France, not quitting, putting in many tackles, just squandering too many opportunities. Russia going backwards for the moment inside their own 22. Dancing, stepping, finally gets free on the outside. Well, I think it's going to be a penalty. Louise Galvin tried to intercept. She's knocked it on. Will a card come out? No. Referee lowers the flesh, says she's going for the interception.
A great pressure defense from the Irish team on that far side of the field, though. I think it was Lucy Mulhall with the initial defense, and Louise Galvin just went off her fingertips, otherwise she was away.
So Lushina setting up the set piece move for Russia. Very hot out there for these ladies here, Canada Sevens. There's the 2 runners coming back on the ball, trying to hold the defense. But nothing created. Audrey O'Flynn wraps up the Russian player. Good width from the Russians. This time they choose to put him through with the boot. I think that's Bistrova chasing. And some a hint of obstruction there, but just slowing her down. The Irish did well to recycle on the far sideline. This creates the opportunity as they come back against the grain. Strong running from O'Flynn again. That's her role in this team. The hard yards as a ball carrier. And that ball was played back to the Irish side by a player off her feet.
Unfortunate there for the Irish, and they did so well in getting back. Stacey Flood coming from the opposite side of the field in the sweep roll was able to collect that kick through from the Russian team, which they seem to use quite often as an option.
Yeah, this is the time of the day. This is their 5th match of the weekend for these sides. Often the sweeper's not in position. Komitova on the dummy ball line, doesn't get it. That pass not to hand. Alpo tried to sweep it up. So really strewn with errors at the moment.
We talk about the amount of games that these teams have played. That looked a bit tired, that last move. There wasn't really any injection of pace. No real deception and a lazy pass. So that's easy for this Irish defence. And I'll tell you, jersey number 7, Sene Naupel, has been outstanding. She's made a lot of tackles. She's about to go into the scrum, but she's been good for Ireland.
Well, she loves it. She's true to her heritage, her non-Irish heritage. She loves the big tackle. She goes looking for them. So good scrum possession for Ireland. Dancing is Louise Galvin. She's brought down. Back against the grain. Flood, first receiver. Ponytails come loose. She still sees enough to get that ball back. That's the power running from O'Flynn. Just drops her shoulders. Everyone knows what's coming. She's created this opportunity. 3 out wide for Ireland. Flood into contact, not held, says the referee. And the Russians do well to strip it out of her hands as she gets to her feet. But back on the Irish side, it is now Pooh. O'Flynn knows the outside corridor is not necessarily hers. Well held by actually Baxter. A hint of a break. It's scrappy from both sides, the clean out. And now it's Russia with the ball. Audie O'Flynn ties it up. But the arriving Russian player was on her feet, Carl. And that was number 1. Maricina stopped the bench. Sorry, number 11, that is.
Long period of play by both of these teams. Outstanding defense, though, by this Russian side. A lot of hands on hips for them to have to make multiple tackles. Actually, Irish players just sitting down having a rest.
Just off shot. The referee asked the OK. So yeah, just resting here. And some of this lack of precision, possibly why these teams are in the 5th place side of the draw. But it will be Daria Lushina for Russia. We virtually haven't seen Kamilova touch the ball in this match, and she's supposed to be their star.
I was just thinking the same thing. This might be an opportunity to get the ball to her now, see what she can do.
There she is. She takes the short one, but no space for her. Immediately contained by the Irish. Irish legs on the field. Baromka gets it off. The Hooter sounds, the ball still in play. And that is Mikaltseva. You got to credit these Irish girls. They are supporting each other. There's the inside ball. And it's going to be Mikaltseva to get there after the Hooter sounds. First blood, Russia.
Might spin an offload, really calm you up.
Ireland to restart. 5 points to 0. Russia, the start of the second half in the 5th place semi-final. Ireland regain possession. Mulhall goes for a break. She's brought down. Offloads. You can hear Coach Eddie just below our commentators just saying, get the ball out. He sees the space. And Kate Heffernan, who's been a bit of a super sub this weekend, she can't hold on to it, and in the end gets tripped up and takes exception to that. Yeah, she's not happy.
Well, frustration, isn't it, from this Irish team at the moment? They set everything up beautifully, and then one drop ball by Katie Heffernan undoes all the good work. She needs to take that. They need to start taking their opportunities, because Russia have shown already if they do have enough opportunities, they can sting you.
Yeah, they will. It's exactly what happened to Ireland in their Cup quarterfinal match against France. Created excellent chances, but did not execute. Dropped the ball. A similar situation there. Scrum to Russia on their own 22. Penalty at scrum time. Now they're not pushing straight. Quick tap from Lushina. Really busy feet from Skoronka. She's been active, looking for an opportunity. She finally gets in behind, but is dragged down by the Irish. The Russian support late to arrive, and the counter ruck starts to take effect. Although illegally up the side, says referee.
Yeah, Louise Galvin was the one coming from the side. They just have to be a bit more disciplined. Back-to-back penalties at the moment from this Irish team.
They had her exposed. She'd run away from support. It's just the technique. She's allowed to go through that ruck through the middle, but not up the side as she did there.
Well, I know the coach spoke about being more aggressive, but you still have to keep your head. You have to be clear on what you're doing and do it legally. And they've let Russia off the hook. A lot of them have got their hands on this hips at the Russian team. They're gone.
Yeah. These mistakes are keeping them in it. A long 6 minutes to go. A pass to no one. Not even the Irish girls can pick it up. And that was so far forward, it caught her by surprise.
Once again, very lazy, very tired. The hands in the air from the Russian players.
Number 11 and
Try
number
to score
7 green.
Mikosova. Say, what's going on? We need some clarity, and they're getting some subs on.
Anna Minislamova on the field, and Daria Naritsina. Fresh legs, I think. Coach Andrei Kuchin, the Russian coach, is saying, I got a couple of these girls off and see if my subs can do a better job.
Just wait. We're just waiting for her to get off the field, okay?
Tyrell's come on also for the Irish in the midfield. Look for her. She's very, very deep. She's going to run onto this ball to get clean pill from the set piece pace. Look out for her.
Crouch. Bind.
So scrum down, Irish ball.
Set.
Stacey Flood put it in the scrum. First receiver out wide. There is the fresh substitute. Oh, good in and out step and a handoff, but she doesn't get free. Anna Terrell. Back they go, Ireland. Although Flood spots a few tired Russians getting up, they have found some space. Anna Terrell goes wide, doesn't go into touch. He does well to recycle. Good ball from Mulhall. Flood running backwards, but she may have created something. It's a 2-on-1 for the moment. Komitova gets back into the play to snuff it out. Another attempt. That's a catch and pass. They went backwards, said referee, so it's play on. A fend from Murphy Crowe, but she can't get free. We're into 6-7 phases here for Ireland, but they haven't created anything. Good tackle midfield from Komitova. Anna Terrell high stepping. The Ruckers arrive and support her and win the penalty. Quick tap from Lucy Mulhall, the captain, saying, let's get this going. They've got to be tired at this stage. The show and go from Ashley Baxter. She's brought down. Ireland going side to side and not able to shake off the Russian defenders. The late drop is on, and it's dropped literally. And it's Russia's turn now. Tired bodies all over the field. The offload comes. Zharkova moves it wide. Komitova sees the hole in the middle. She's flat-footed, but looping around is Parestiak. She's into space. Doesn't think she can get away from Katie Heffernan, and she does it. Good midfield tackle from the Irish cover.
Entry here, green.
And the referee saying the arriving players come in offside there. Tough one, maybe.
Oh, I thought that wasn't a ruck. That was still a tackle ball. She passed it up. That's a bit harsh from this Irish team, but both sides exhausted after some long periods of play. Great defense from Russia to get the turnover, though.
Well, you even heard it from the local crowd here. Neutrals for an Ireland-Russia match, I guess. Thinking that was a harsh call. Just everyone taking a breather.
We've got 30 seconds to take this thing. They must be getting close. Here we go.
Russia currently up 5-0, trying to add to that lead. Late pass, good high stepping again. Zharkova. This time she gets free. And the Irish run out of defenders as Elena Zharkova goes in under the post.
Weighted possession now just on the side of the Russians. The Irish had to make too many tackles, weren't able to break the Russian defense. The nice late cut there, bit of footwork as well from Elena Zharkova. The long stride, skips out of the last one, and she ices this for Russia.
Conversion to come. And that one's good, so you'd have to think at 12-0, minute 20 is not enough for Ireland to get back in this game, given how they've been relatively ineffective in attack.
Well, they just found some energy from somewhere, this Russian team. Beck made a number of tackles, got the turnover, a couple of penalties as well.
Very tired bodies out there. Russia earning their right to get through to the 5th place final here at the Canada Sevens.
Okay, we need to have the kickoff loop.
Of course, we've got lots of action coming up. The Cup semifinals. Home team Canada in the next match. High-hanging kick by Russia. Ireland keep it in play. Looking for the miracle here. They'll need to score quickly.
Clear release.
The Russian player not releasing the tackler. Flood looking for something. Not held. Russia's not able to get any of those offloads off when they've disrupted the Russian defense. Finally, there's a ball into space. But for not the first time today, Carl, Katie Heffernan's put one down.
Yeah, that's really been the story of day two, hasn't it, for this Irish team? So impressive on day one. The middle mistakes, the handling errors, the breakdown, inaccuracies. Just hasn't allowed them to get in either of these games so far on day two.
Subs for both teams, just 5 seconds left here. There's time off on the clock. Kanidova comes off. And for someone who was really one of the forces of the circuit and the danger woman for every team that played against her, she hasn't been that this weekend in Canada. Russian scrum. They're up 12 points to nil. They have the option to just kick it off the field.
8, you're playing her there.
And it was Claire Kane just putting too much pressure on, penalized. Russia going to play right to the whistle. One for debate here, Carl. Some coaches like to play on and get that extra score. Others don't want to risk getting an injury before their place fight.
Yeah, well, they've got to think about conserving energy for the next game, but the subs have come on. They're still keen as beans. Try and finish off.
So finally they do break through to left-hand side. And it is Chloe. Sorry, it's Elena Mikaltseva, the sub. She saw the gap on the left side of that tackle and broke through.
Oh, I'm loving the hairdo from Elena Mikaltseva, and I'm loving the run as well. See here, just using her enthusiasm, wraps around Gareth, picks it up from the base. I like the way she has a heads-up play and then goes to the left-hand side, and she gets a double in this match.
You like that hair? She's added some color there, mate. You might have to step up your game.
I like the way that they express themselves, both with their hairdos and their play in this girl. Well, she's proved her worth in this game.
And this is the upside of playing on after the hooter. A little bit of confidence for her, the conversion to come. Russia have won this one convincingly. It's no good, but it will be Russia that go through to the 5th place final. They beat Ireland 17 points to nil.